I do know that as far as the doctrinal aspects are concerned, there are some satanic doctrines of devils, and I don't want to, like I said before, and you may want to edit this out, but I have prefer objective hard sources over subjective, and when I get not only the overwhelming, as I'm down in my studio reading this, and then while I'm reading this, strange things are happening in the house, things falling over, and rocking chairs start rocking, and a faucet turns on, full blast, and heat register gets knocked out of the wall. And I think there's an evil presence. There's an evil presence. Those things don't happen when I'm reading the Book of Mormon, the unsealed, or the unsealed portion, and when I'm reading the Doctrine and Covenants. There's been times when I've been reading this stuff, and my wife comes running down and says, "Alan, somebody's in the house. I heard steps going up. What are you doing down there? Is this?" And I said, "Well, it's just go up and pray, and everything will be all right." And so I have to read it in segments until things start falling apart literally, yeah. And that tells me that there's an evil presence. Now I know that they talk about the living scriptures. Right. They're living because they have a spirit with them. There's a spirit with them, and I believe that there's a spirit with every volume, whether good or evil, and out of those choices, I would say the devil would play a big part, probably the biggest part, because he can be very clever. He can be very.
Well, you look at the volume of work, mm-hmm. And you think, well, who would waste the time if he's really not getting paid for these books? What's the purpose?
Well, if he's working for the adversary, the purpose is to further the work of the adversary. Sure. And he did profess at one time that I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying these women. I don't know if you read his article in City Weekly and all that, but it just seems like there's a lot of. It's very unsettling to see what he's done. I read the words of so many people that have been hurt so badly. Mm-hmm. He wants to eradicate poverty and terrorism, and yet he causes heartache and tragedy. Mm-hmm. And so I wonder how many lives he's ruined, financially, socially. And so
he always says one day he's going to be writing an autobiography that explains all that. Would you read that at the time?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I guess me too.
Yeah.
Well, great.
And until things start happening, then I have to.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much, Alan,
all right.
for spending your day, your afternoon, and your evening with me.
It's my pleasure.